So a favorite question I get from someone looking to work with my agency, an ads agency, is what would you actually do? The simple question. So I'm going to literally show all of that right now entirely for free. This is the kind of structure I would set up if I took on a SaaS brand in particular tomorrow. So this is legit. This is based off of having run ads for hundreds of SaaS brands over now about almost 7 years. I've been running this agency. So this is foundational to what's actually worked within the data, within the different platforms that we work with. So that's primarily the ones that work for SaaS. So that's Google, LinkedIn ads, and we do some Facebook ads as well for the SaaS space. So let's dig into it. So I'm going to come up with an imaginary story first.
Right. Let's do this.
We're going to go with a SaaS paid media campaign strategy for an alternative to Google Analytics, because I fucking wish there was one. I know that there is. I've not found one that works for me yet, and Google Analytics 4 is a piece of trash.
I mean, seriously.
So I wish someone would create this and have one that I would actually replace my life with and woes in with Google Ads and all the good stuff. So they specialize in, of course, B2B brands and have found success, especially with agencies and other B2B tech brands. So far, they're an established business already. They've got to a decent size. They get a lot of referrals and they've done well with SEO, which is quite a classic thing that we hear before people work with us. And they have £15,000 to spend. So it's not nothing. That's like a decent budget to get started with. Maybe you have smaller, but you can kind of reduce what I'm about to show you down and make it work in a smaller scale. So let's dig into it. So firstly, which platforms? I would go with Google and LinkedIn ads personally as a starting point. So with Google ads, we would be starting with a search campaign combined with a very small brand campaign. They are established. They do have competition, obviously, and so they're trying to hold their place in the market. So a small brand campaign makes sense. We'll have to adjust that probably once we actually start. And then a general search campaign. So this is going to be the workhorse. This does not look that exciting, but it is. A search campaign, I like to keep it very simple within Google. We will, of course, have an amazing amount of segmentation within the ad groups within that search campaign. So say, for example, with an 8K budget, with the kind of thing we're doing, we might have between 10 to 30 ad groups from the start. And that's going to be focusing on those complete user intent keywords where people are searching for example, Google Analytics alternative to Google Analytics. And we might make that even more nuanced because that's quite a big search. It could be B2B Google Analytics alternative for B2B brands for analytics, these kinds of keywords, which are very complete. They add not just that it's about some kind of analytics tool, it's an alternative to Google, which is a good option to understand that the user's intent is correct, but also you could add in the factor that they're particularly good at B2B or agencies or something like that, which is even more accurate. So they're going to beat everybody in those spaces because that's their particular specialty. And so this does look simple, but this is, you can see I put more money behind this than I did LinkedIn because I think there's huge gold in those mountains. So we want to fucking tap those mountains and get all of that. That's a valuable high buying intent channel that we want to get a lot from. But then also LinkedIn ads, I really enjoy it for the B2B space because you have these really strong demographics that it has and data around someone's business life. The really simple way I say it is Facebook, you barely put your current job title into. LinkedIn, you put your entire CV. And so, of course, LinkedIn is very good at the targeting side of things because of all of that data that you give it. So I would split this up into top of funnel and middle of funnel. I'd have top of funnel be, of course, which is cold, by the way. So that's new customers we're getting for you, people that you've not discovered yet. I put 5,500, so the majority of that 7K into it. And I would do just video campaigns initially. Of course, you can test so many different things, but we want to be relatively focused with our testing so that we can actually get answers on what's the winner or not. So I would do 2 video campaigns, one with an agency's audience. So this would be pulling together agencies, to be honest, are very easy to target within LinkedIn in various ways, but you'd probably be combining like industries, job function, and a couple other things we might play with. Obviously geography you'll need for the one that you're covering. Let's just say it's the UK and the US in this case, and you want to get that audience down to say 80K 100K roughly. Between 20 to 100K is a good sized audience initially. And I would like to use the thought leader post. So this is something that's working really, really well for us. So these are value add, but literally no call to action. Just genuinely show value. It sounds crazy, I know. Show value, teach them something, be helpful, be a good person. And through that process, if you're in front of lots of people, this is the quickest way to spread your content, because of course it is the most useful, it's the most enjoyable to consume. Someone saying, do you want a free audit today, aggressively at you, or book a free call today, and they say nothing else and they just maybe hint at the problem, that is not as valuable as someone actually solving the problem in a small way within a post. So I've really enjoyed these thought leader posts, which is a specific type of post in LinkedIn. So I would do a lot of those. I would also, of course, be trying out their other main audience, which is tech brands, and I would split that evenly at the beginning. And you can see I'm also testing 2 different copies within each of these, because I'm always wary that a copy can destroy an entire post, and so it's nice to have a little bit of testing within the copy stage as well. Posts, I would make these very different to each other, and you can see I've got 3 different, try and have very different topics, have the style of actually filming be very different as well, all of that good stuff. And then you can see the remarketing. So this is quite a small amount of the budget. At the beginning, to be fair, I might even literally just launch with all of the money into top of funnel, build up some audiences, and then start remarketing after a week or 2 probably. And then I would split this into 2 campaigns, one for video. I would have this be a 90-day stack combining anyone who's engaged, visited your website, watched one of your videos, visited your company page, or even in your email list. And I would mix between the thought leader posts again with no call to action, because even in your remarketing this can be a great thing to do, but with different ones, to be clear, than the ones that are in this, so you're adding even more value to those people. And then I would have other types of ads. So for example, one that is directly a video ad rather than a thought leader ad with a specific call to action to pull someone in to book a demo or whatever it might be, sign up for a free trial for this piece of software, whatever approach they might be wanting to take. And then another type of ad with the same, another call to action, but with a different video. I'd also want to test images, because single images can be good at this stage, the remarketing. It's simpler to consume, and so it can be quicker to have somebody then go ahead with the call to action sometimes. So again, I would try that out. So I would do thought leader style posts, but I would make those as images with copy, and you can't do call to actions as actual buttons. We probably wouldn't do call to actions here either. I maybe would test that though, with maybe I would do a call to action this within the copy of the post. And then the other 2 would be classic image ads, which would have call to actions. I actually just realized I don't think I'd be allowed to do this, because I have combined thought leaders with video, and I'm pretty sure you can't do that. Yeah, so I would have to have it be another way around, because one of the annoying things about LinkedIn ads is that you have to have one creative type, within any, and you can also only have one objective type. So I would be changing this to be, I think I would probably get rid of the thought leaders in this case and make this a traditional, and have 4 different ones. Let's just go with that, maybe a 5th ad. And in this case, I think I might even split this up a bit further. So what I would do is I'm going to do this slightly differently. We're going to go 500 on each, and we're going to make a thought leader and a video. Fine, let's go 3 and 4. There you go. As I say, you can only have either thought leader posts or video ads or image ads within the campaign level, and budgeting is set at campaign level. And so basically you have to split it up like this. LinkedIn's a little bit awkward compared to, say, Facebook or other platforms. But yeah, there you go. So this is a relatively simple structure. I'm going to shut up. I think this would be powerful. I know it works. We've done it many, many times. I'd encourage you to try it out. Let me know how it goes. Leave a comment if you think I'm talking crap, or if I've missed anything out, or any questions you have.